Hello, welcome back to Theme 9. Today's theme is about transportation. In today's lesson, we're just going to talk about traffic rules and identify some road signs. Okay, and by the end, you should be able to use the words can and can't to talk about traffic rules. The first part are the new words. So we know, just listen to me. So I will say the new words and you can repeat after me. Okay, so we'll get started. So the first word, parking. Number 2, enter. Number 3, one way. Number 4, green light. Number 5, speed limit. And the last word, seat belt. All you need to do now is just write the words next to the pictures, but for the moment we'll just go through and we'll check the answers. So we know number 1, we use that sign for speed limit. Number 2, one way. So it means you can only travel one way down the street. And number 3, do not enter. Okay, so that means if you see that sign, you cannot enter that area. And number 4, parking. Okay, so that means it's an area for parking. And number 5, wear a seat belt. And number 6, green light. Okay, so when you see the green light, that just means you can go. Okay. So you can work with like your partner now or work with a friend. Okay, and just look at the 4 signs below. Okay, so there's 4 signs below, and you can talk about those. You can see near your school or home, or any other signs that you see around you or near you, and just practice like talking about them. Okay, so we've got 4 signs there. You can look at those. So one has a P with a line through it, so that means like no parking. The one with the arrow, that just points, the arrow points left, so that means no left turn. So if you see that and there's a line through it, it means that's something you can't do, so there's no left turn. And if you see the big stop sign, make sure you stop. Okay, and so you can just talk about the signs with each other, and you can use the words in the bubble. For example, there's a crossing near our school, or there's a stop sign near our school. Okay, so just remember, practice with each other. And we'll move on to the next slide now. Okay, the first part is you're going to listen to Sophie. So Sophie's talking to her dad, and she's asking him questions about road signs. So all you need to do, just like listen carefully. So just listen to Sophie and her dad, and just write like write yes or no next to what the speaker says. So number 1, A, is done for you. You can turn right at the corner. Okay, so you should write no there.
Listening. 1.
Thanks for driving me to school, Dad.
No problem, Sophie. Let's go.
Hey, what does that sign mean?
It means you can't turn right at this corner. I guess we'll have to keep going straight.
Wow, this really is a different way.
Yeah.
What does that sign mean?
Oh, the sign shows the way to the airport. We're going the wrong way.
Dad, I can't be late.
Huh? Are you wearing your seatbelt?
No.
Wear your seatbelt, Sophie. It's for your own safety.
Two.
Dad, why are you going so slow?
Didn't you see the sign?
With the big number? What does that sign mean?
That's the speed limit. It means you can't drive faster than 60 kilometers per hour.
Oh, we're gonna be late! Dad, can we drive there?
Can you see that sign? It means only bicycles can go there.
Turn right here, Dad. That's the sign for my school.
Hurry up. The bell will ring in 1 minute.
Good thing I studied.
So if you need to listen again, feel free to do so. But for now, we'll just go through and check the answers between what Sophie and her dad had to say. So you can turn right at the corner. No. 1B, the sign shows the way to the airport. Yes, that was true. And 2A, you can't drive faster than 60 kilometers per hour. Yes. And if you just look to the right of your page, you'll see the sign, okay? And it's a big circle with 60. Okay, so that's the speed limit. And 2B, that's the sign for my school. Yes. So that was, Sophie saw the sign for the school. Okay. The next part B is just circling. So just circle the correct words. If you need to listen again and check, you can. But for now, we'll just go through and check your answers. So 1A, what does that sign mean? And 1B, wear your seatbelt. Okay, so you'll see the sign, the yellow sign, and it has the strap here which shows your seatbelt. And 2A, it means only bicycles can go there. So again, you'll see the yellow sign with a bicycle, which means only bicycles can go there. And 2B, turn right here. Okay, so the sign with the arrow that points right, points to the right, that means turn right here. Okay. The next part is the useful language. So again, just listen to me and we can practice together. So what does this sign mean? It means turn left here. Can I go this way? No, you can't. It's a one-way street. All right, now just look at the note to the side. So when you're writing, we just put the km, so which is short for kilometres. We use the forward slash and plus the h. Okay, so it just means kilometres per hour. Okay, and it's a lot shorter to write that than writing kilometres per hour. It becomes too long. Okay, so for example, the car travels at 90 kilometres per hour. So just use the km, the forward slash, and the h. Okay, and with the useful language, don't forget to practice with each other. And we'll just move to the next slide now. Okay. So again, we're moving on to some grammar, but again, don't worry, it's only a little bit of grammar. Just write the questions and answers, okay? And you can use the prompts that they've provided you. So for example, number 1, you've got can / turn / right. Okay, so what you should write is, can I turn right? Then if you're answering, your answer would be, yes, you can. Okay, so we'll just go through and check the answers now for 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so your question for 2 would be, can I park here? Okay, the answer is, no, you can't. Okay, there's a line through the P, which means you cannot park there. And number 3, what does this sign mean? It means you can't enter. Okay, so if you see that sign, you cannot enter. And number 4, can I stop here? And the answer is no, you can't. Okay, and if you read the sign, it says no stopping, and it has an arrow pointing in both directions. So that just means that you cannot stop in that area. Alright, so you can just practice with each other, asking and answering the questions now. Don't forget to swap roles, so one person can ask, one person can answer, and then the other person will answer and then ask. Okay. Alright, moving on to pronunciation. So this is an important part of the pronunciation. Don't forget the final t sound in some of these words. So with these words, just listen to me the first time. So we have limit, light, and belt. Okay. Now you can listen again. So just listen again carefully and repeat after me. So limit, light, belt. Oh, great job. Now we're going to move into the practice section. Okay, so this is a practice conversation. So in this conversation, I will be Toby and you can be Dad. Okay, so I'll be Toby and you can be Dad. So that means that I will only speak for Toby. Okay, and when I stop, you can start speaking. Alright, so we can start now. Dad, what does that sign mean? Oh, okay. What about that one? What about this one? Can I turn right here? And what does this sign mean? Okay, great job. Alright. Then on the right of the page, you've got some other examples that you can use. So you've got wear a seatbelt or go one way, or it means you can't enter, or turn left here, or you can turn left, or you can stop. Okay. You've got other examples, so no you can't or yes you can. Okay, and then at the very bottom, it's only bicycles, so only bicycles can go here. So it means no cars allowed, only bicycles. Or don't forget, wear a seatbelt for safety. And on that, we'll move to the next slide. So moving into lesson 2, now we're going to look at transportation in the past. Okay. So this is transportation that used to be popular in the past, but it's not used that much now. Okay, although some of the transportation is used. Okay, so the first part is we'll just go through the new words so you can listen. So just listen to me and then repeat. So number 1, we have steamship. Number 2, steam train. Number 3, airship. And number 4, sidecar. And number 5, horse and cart. And number 6, streetcar. Okay, so you just need to write the letters in the boxes and by choosing the correct pictures. So number 1, you match that to E, so we know that that's a steamship. And number 2, a steam train. Okay, so you would match that to picture D. And number 3, airship, and that's matched to picture C. Okay, so the airships are very, very big. Okay, and number 4, is a sidecar, and you would match that to picture A. Okay, so the sidecar is just attached next to the motorcycle, and the person or the passenger sits inside, and we call it the sidecar because it's attached to the side of the motorcycle. And number 5, you would match that to picture B, so it's a horse and cart. Okay, so we know that the animal is the horse, and the form of transportation at the back is the cart, so it's called a horse and cart. And number 6, you would match that to F, so it's a streetcar. Okay, and number 7, think about, what does dirty mean? So what does dirty mean? Does it mean not clean, not noisy, or not fun? Okay, and for that one you would circle not clean. So dirty just means not clean. Okay. The next part is just practicing like with your partner or your friend, just saying the different kinds of transportation, and think about the forms of transportation that you would like to try. For me, I'd really like to try the steamship because I like water. But what about you? What would you like to try? Maybe you'd like to travel by airship. But what about you? So just think about you and what you would like. Okay, so just practice asking like your partner or your friend, and just ask and answer, and then just swap roles. And we'll move to the next slide now. Okay. So the next part again is like a listening. So Rosie is talking to her grandpa about transportation in the past. Okay, so in the past, so it's from a long time ago, so not now. Okay, and so she's talking to her grandpa. So all you need to do is just listen. So just listen carefully and just write yes or no. And number 1A is done for you. So people used to go to work by streetcar. So no, the answer is no. But you can listen now.
Listening. 1,
Wow, Grandpa! You have so many nice photos. Oh, what's that, Grandpa?
It's a streetcar. People used to travel around the city on those.
Cool! Did you used to travel on one?
Yes, I did.
What was it like, Grandpa?
It was cheap but slow, Rosie. But they're gone now.
How about this, Grandpa?
Oh, it's a steam train. People used to travel to other cities on those.
Did you used to travel on a steam train?
Yes, I did. But I didn't like it.
Why? What was it like?
It was very noisy and dirty.
Two,
Oh, and this one, Grandpa?
It's a steamship.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yes, people used to travel to other countries on those.
Did you used to travel to other countries by steamship, Grandpa?
No, I didn't. Steamships were too crowded.
So how did you travel to other countries?
I used to travel by airship.
Is it this one?
Yes, it is.
What was it like, Grandpa?
It was expensive, but fast.
Okay, so we'll just go through the answers now, but if you do need to listen again, feel free to do so. But for the moment, so 1A, you know the answer is no. 1B, people used to travel to other cities by steam train. So yes, that is correct. And 2A, Grandpa used to travel to other countries by steamship. No, he didn't. And 2B, Grandpa liked steamships a lot. No, he didn't. Okay. The next part is just writing. So all you have to do is just write the correct words. But we'll go through and check the answers now. So 1A, so we know what was it like, Grandpa? And 1B, did you used to travel on a steam train? And 2A, people used to travel to other countries on those. And B, steamships were too crowded. Okay, so yeah, Grandpa, he preferred other forms of travel. So he didn't like the steamships because they were too crowded. Okay. Alright, the next part is just, again, we'll go through the useful language. So just listen to me and repeat. Okay, what's that, Grandpa? It's a steamship. People used to travel to other countries on those. Did you used to travel on one? Yes, I did. What was it like, Grandpa? It was wonderful. With this one, just take special note. So we often say, I used to travel by streetcar, but then it changes to, I didn't used to travel by streetcar. Or, did you used to travel by streetcar? Okay. So when we answer, we say, I used to travel by streetcar. If we're asking the question, we use used to, not used to. And in also answering, in the past, for something that you didn't do, we use used to. Okay, so we're just about to finish this lesson now. So what I'll say is, don't forget to just practice with the useful language, change the words around, do whatever's true for you, practice with your friends, practice with your family, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.